now going to provide some insight into how we operate the Watchtower prayer group. First thing to note is that we operate via a WhatsApp group. So a WhatsApp group has been created. We have 2 administrators and we have about 70 members who are participants of that group. In order to be able to pray continuously, each day is split into 8 3-hour periods. Each of those periods is called a watch. So we have 8 watches in a day. Within each watch, we expect at least 2 people to pray for a minimum of 30 minutes. In some watches, you would find that we actually have more than 2 people praying. In fact, in a lot of watches, we have more than 2 people praying. The times are not forced on anyone. People select the times when they can pray based on their schedule. But once they commit to it, they stick to it. So at the beginning, every member indicated what times they want to pray. For example, some people could say they would pray between 6 and 9 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Another person could say they would pray from 12 noon to 3 p.m. on Tuesdays and Fridays only. You'd also find some people to say they would pray from 12 midnight to 3 a.m. twice a week. But everybody's got to be specific about the time they will pray and the day they will pray every week. So it is continuous. It's a long-term commitment. You don't wake up today and decide, oh, by the way, I feel like doing Monday and then tomorrow I feel like doing Friday. We won't be able to maintain it like that. So people think carefully about their schedules and then they make a commitment. Of course, things change. Your work may change, your life may change, and then you come back to the drawing board and switch your time, but then you stick to that new switch. The great news is that God has really helped us such that every watch is covered. Remember, we have 8 watches a day, 7 days a week. That's 56 watches, and by the grace of God, every single one of those watches is covered. The other commitment is we have at least 2 people fasting every day. God has really helped us with this as well, because we have about 70 or more people in the group, and over a 4-week period, as long as 2 people commit per day, you have about 56 people fasting. So our fasting rota is also always covered. Yet again, we need a commitment whereby you say, I would always fast on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, and then you get rotated to fast once every 4 weeks. Those are the things that are kind of quite fixed that we have, and without being that organized, we would really struggle to know who is praying when, or we would have gaps. So we ask for these commitments up front. People have committed to it, and based on that, we've created a fasting rota and we've created a prayer rota, and those rotas are what we go by. The fasting rota gets renewed every 4 weeks. The prayer rota stays more or less the same. It hardly ever changes, but it does once in a while when people have got things that have changed in their life, which means they need to reorganize the time they pray because maybe it clashes with work or something else has changed.